My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off. I don't know why. Blocked me on social media, and right now, this is me being desperate to find my daughter justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father Jonathan, or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
I'm glad you hit pause, so let's stop.
No,
you gonna do? Oh, keep that going.
I didn't hit nothing, so now you got a fresh 20.
Okay, perfect.
Are black males being sex trafficked?
You know, so I said that in the beginning. I don't know if you heard that. Like, there's nothing about missing men. I said, and I was just saying how, man, we gotta protect our black men too. Women love your black men.
Joe Blackula.
You recording? That you touch! You know, like, hookah. How's my hair? Stop it! I'm straight raw. Stop. I just need something to get my mouth juicy. Wow. I don't get no experience in it. I better prove everything you use. Oh, say. What? You're not throwing me off. What did I say? Got to minutes. I found this video on TED Talks. They did this video June 3rd, 2022. Now this video got 3,000 views. So I said, you know what, let me go to the actual channel to see these TED Talk videos, to see if, you know, how many other videos have these minimal views. So I'm looking and I'm scrolling and I'm noticing that some of these videos got 3,000 views in the first 3 days. Some of these videos got like 756,000 views in the first 5 days. And I'm like, yep, a perfect example how black women and children don't mean nothing to people. Found this TED Talk and this video about black girls, the Still Searching Project. That water sound like it's messing up my audio. The Still Searching documentary is really supposed to not only bring light to how flawed the systems are, which means that, you know, black women and children continue to come up missing. There's no leads or anything. So the Still Searching Project is supposed to really also get the perspective from the families, right? Because you never really hear from the families unless the news is there that one day, or it's in court and then the media covers it and then it's a whole YouTube video about that court case. So I like that they are capturing the perspective from the family. So I went on the Still Searching Project website, and oh my God, Damon Lamar Reed, y'all, is a beast when it comes to being a muralist. He is capturing the pictures of these women and girls, and he's painting these pictures in a way where it just brings more awareness about who they are, when they were missing, their story and everything. It's so many women. So I'm just gonna call out a couple of names. Yasmin Akri. Yasmin was 15 when she went missing on July 15, 2008. Yasmin was last seen at her family's home. Liliana Boyd, 16 when she went missing in 2020 from Danville, Illinois. Tianda and Diamond Bradley, just talked about this. Tianda was 10 and Diamond was 3 when they went missing in 2001. Demetrius Brown, 17, when she went missing in 2017. Kiera Coles, 26, when she went missing. She was the postal worker. Y'all remember this? The postal worker. She was about 3 months pregnant when her car was found. The phone was in her car, and the lunch she packed that day was in her car. Now, so you know that she had to be taken right outside her house. So it's just not youth and girls, it's women. I remember Kiara Coles because I remember reading how the police didn't really get on it right away. Mercedes Crumpton, 13, when she was missing in 2020. Malia Lely England. Malia was last seen February 10th in the area of 53rd Street in Michigan. Now, I'm reading the names of the young girls and women that Damon Lamar Reed painted images of their faces to just bring awareness of these missing women and youth. Viola, she was 56 when she went missing. Now, she left one daughter's house and she was going to the other daughter's house, and she just never made it. Like, what? Like, how do you explain that? Like, we need more explanations. What you mean she never made it? So it just goes on and on and on and on.
My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off. I don't know why. Blocked me on social media, and right now, this is me being desperate to find my daughter Justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father Jonathan, or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
Joe.
Let's talk about rideshare. Let's talk about Lyfts and Ubers. We have to be aware and make sure that if we call a Lyft or an Uber, that we look at the license plates of that Lyft and Uber. There was a college student, I think in California, and she was out with her friends. They were out at a tavern. She wanted to leave, so she called her Uber. When she called her Uber, and it's in this busy town that she lives in, this college town. And when she called her Uber, she went to the place where you wait for Ubers, because they have designated places around the different areas of your city. And she did not pay attention to the Uber she got in. She did not look at the license plates. The Uber pulled up. It looked like the car that was on her app. It was a dark 4-door car. It looked like it. She got in, and you see the Uber from the cameras in the area. You see her get in the Uber. You see the Uber drive off. Well, she didn't make it to her destination. The next day, they were looking for her. They found her in the woods. And after investigating, after finding who did it, this is what happened. There was a guy. He knows how the Uber and Lyft process works in this area of this college town. So what he did is he kept circling the area where people were waiting for their Lyft and their Ubers. And he kept circling. And this is what they found out afterwards, because they saw his car on camera before he picked up this young girl. He had all intentions of causing harm to somebody. He was not an Uber and a Lyft, but he knew how the process worked. So he kept circling and circling. He would pull up to people, hoping people would grab the back door and get in. So what happened, this girl, she wasn't paying attention. It looked like her car on the app. She opens the back door and she gets in. And all kind of stuff happened in that car. Like, she tried to fight back, and the child lock was on the back door. And I'm gonna talk about that in a second. So he killed her. But he knew exactly what to do. He knew to hang out in the area. He knew there would be somebody that wouldn't be paying attention. And it was this girl, and she did not look at the license plates. That's horrible. So we have to even watch just Uber and Lyft drivers. We have to be able to make sure we match the license plate. We got to make sure we know the person's name. We have to be secure. Now, the one thing outside of the license plate, the one thing we got to make sure of is the child lock. So what happened in this situation, in many situations, that the child lock is on the door. So when you approach a car in the back seat, you can open the door from the outside because it's unlocked. But once you shut it and you're inside, that child lock will prevent you from opening the door from the inside. So we have to even make sure when we get into strangers' cars, we have to know where to look to find the child lock to make sure that it's not on. Now, how do you do that? It's just like, oh man, you got to be able to do that. You got to make sure the license plate is the same license plates on the app. You have to make sure that the person's picture match the person's picture who's picking you up. Now you got to make sure the child lock is on. And I'm telling you, if the Lyft, the Uber driver is legit, they are not going to mind you checking these things out. Only people who own something gonna be like, what you doing? Or rush you. But you got to be able to take the time to process out to make sure that you're safe. Child locks, man, once you get in a car and the child lock is on, there's no way you can get out, because the person in the inside of the car, the person driving, you cannot unlock the child lock from the driver's side. You can only unlock it by opening the back seat of the door, and it's a little latch. We have to all make sure we are aware of all these things, because these are the things that's gonna save our lives, and these are the same things that people did not know to check, who didn't make it, who was kidnapped, who was sex trafficked. Traffic. Did I say it right? Say it.
It would be trafficked.
Trafficked.
Yeah, I just, gold. I kind of like, nah.
You said nah.
It's like, well, I'm good at sleeping.
Okay.
And yeah. So all the time, on Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas, it's like I'm like really excited and I can't go to bed. But then the things is that when I look at the wall with the TV, I always keep my TV on. Mm-hmm. Like when I turn the other way and look at the wall and the TV's like down low, like the volume is down low, I can go to sleep like that. Or for some reason, sometimes when I'm like eating like a snack in bed, I go to sleep really fast.
Really?
So that's what I did was that I had a cookie and I just ate it before I went to bed, and then I fell asleep really quick.
So the cookie helped you go to sleep?
Yeah, and then when I woke up the next morning, like usually I'm so tired and I'm like really grinchy because I don't like waking up. But that Christmas morning, I like woke up really, really energized at 8:58. I thought I was gonna wake up earlier, but I didn't. So.
Hey, I am Ebony. No. I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
What the hell?
Give me a chance. I am vibrant. I am enthusiastic. I am loud. I am the one you want to know. I am confident. I am sexy. I do phenomenal shit.
Talk that shit.
I am great. You looking at greatness.
Who are you?
Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
Joe Blackula.
Go ahead now.
Okay.
Sex trafficked.
Sex. But I gotta remember my list. I just want to make sure I get some of these statistics out. Oh, so there is a Brittany Clardy Act that will create the Office for Missing and Murdered Black Women and Girls within the Department of Justice. Modeled after Minnesota's law, the new office will serve as a central repository to track cases, develop evidence-based practices and policy recommendations, and provide grants to community organizations to support victims and their families. Well, damn it, where is that at? So I'm gonna research that more. The Brittany Clardy Act. There's also an act, Protect Black Women and Girls Act. It will create a task force to examine the underlying iniquities such as lower incomes and fewer healthcare options that fuel health and economic disparities and disproportionate levels of violence faced by Black women and girls in the United States. These bills are both up to be passed, but they have not been passed yet. People are putting resources and systems in place to help us find missing Black women and girls and youth quicker. If you don't have the money or the bigger systems help to fund these acts, then what are we gonna do? We can come up with the act all day long, but if you can't pay somebody to be in these positions to spend all their time to be able to help in these situations, I mean, what you gonna do? People can't do this stuff for free. How about this? Damn it, Ebony alert. If we get the same resources, they put the same resources and the same money behind what they did to R. Kelly, behind missing Black girls and youth, damn it, these acts can be passed. We're putting resources, okay, Ebony, calm down. We're putting resources and money behind shit that don't freaking make no difference right now. And I'm not saying the women that R. Kelly, all that, well, I ain't saying that, I ain't here or there with that bullshit. I'm just talking about if we have that same power, if we have that same persistence to finding Black children, Black women, we'll be somewhere right now. I'm gonna find out how much they spent on that surviving R. Kelly bullshit. It's like they're trying to take our generation out. It's like they're trying to take, not our generation, they're trying to take the whole Black community out. So there is a Black and Missing Foundation, Inc. That's based in Maryland. It's a nonprofit that is making a difference by spotlighting missing people of color when law enforcement and media outlets fall short. So they're just bringing awareness. When are Black people gonna be important? Okay, Jonathan's gonna get mad. I do need to jump around for a minute. So back to Nicole Reed. I know Nicole Reed, Damon Lamar Reed's wife, from church and then social media. So she would always share things with me about the plays and, when the play was happening, the tickets, and just, send me links about the videos and things like that. So when I see Damon, her husband, in this role too, it's just like, I'm not surprised because, their marriage unit, they both want to serve the community. They both want to use their gifts in order to help out anything that involves their community. And seeing the passion and how Damon creates these portraits of these missing girls and women, it's like that's passion. Because it's not just like a picture of them. He's created a mural of them with these colors, and it's like you get to know who these people were by looking at these pictures that he creates. I want to check. I don't have nothing else on this one. Oh. Just talk about something. I don't know if you wanted to cut and go to something else.
Well, I heard you and you said that a little while ago.
I kept talking.
But I heard you kept going, so I just let you keep going.
You just let me keep going?
Yes.
Just keep going. Okay, I'll try to just keep talking in this since it's just 5 minutes.
If you don't want to say nothing else, then we can cut it now.
Well, I do have 2 things I just saw. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I just, gold. I kind of like, nah.
You said nah.
It's like, well, I'm good at sleeping.
Okay.
Nope.
I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
What the hell?
Give me a chance. I am vibrant. I am enthusiastic. I am loud. I am the one you want to know. I am confident. I am sexy. I do phenomenal shit.
Talk that shit.
I am great. You looking at greatness.
Who are you?
Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. A Night in Miami. This movie was just so drawn out, right? This movie was a slow drag. The first 22 minutes it felt like an hour and a half. My dad is a Sam Cooke fan. I really didn't like Sam Cooke. How they portrayed him in the movie. He was like with them, but he wasn't with them. It was like Sam wanted to live the dream. So I thought when they pulled up in the car and they was going up the stairs and it was like Sam Cooke in the room, I thought this nigga was gonna be dead or something. I thought something bad was about to happen, but it was nothing. They opened the door, there he was. He was alive on the bed doing a guitar. I was done when the ice cream became the main character. When the ice cream was introduced as the main character, vanilla, 2 vanillas. Got to the ice cream. I was done. That was it for me. Done. Can't do it. Jim Brown, sexy, fine. What's his real name?
Aldous Hodge.
I love him.
So you think MC Ren is fine?
Not MC Ren. I love Aldous Hodge. Jim Brown in the movie. Brother Malcolm. Ain't nobody ever gonna be Malcolm X like Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington. I don't understand it. The journey Malcolm X talked about, couldn't get to the journey. It took too long to get to the journey. Cassius Clay. Woo, Cassius Clay. Love Cassius Clay. This dude right here in this movie, total like, just he was too much. I told him. Like, what is that? And that was only the first 22 minutes. Regina King, love you. 4 Black Men, like, oh my God, love it. But this right here all together, that Night in Miami, blow it up. Light a match to that bad boy. Like you say, five. See, I can't do it. He's like, 5. Yeah, that's about it. And I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. Shit. I like that movie.
Joe Black.
So ABC Channel 7 reported that in November 2023 that Chicago is mishandling cases and not helping families with their missing persons report. And then when their missing family member is found unalive, the police department is not showing any support. It's like when they're found and they're unalive, they want to close the case. They don't even want to take the time to figure out what happened because they don't think Black lives matter. You know, and how I hate that whole initiative with the Black Lives Matter and how white people funded it and they picked these 3 Black girls and they did a lot of stuff with the money they weren't supposed to. That, even though I don't like that initiative, those words still mean something, and Black lives do matter. This is why women have to make sure, man, if the father is involved, willingly wants to be involved in Black children's lives, we have to let them. Black children need their fathers. They need their fathers too. T-O-O. Also, Black kids need wisdom from their mothers and their fathers. What fathers give to their children, especially their girls, mothers can't give. And vice versa, what mothers give to their sons, a lot of fathers can't give. Ebony alert. We already got to worry about this damn government, this political, who gonna run, who gonna be president, what you believe in, who you follow. And then let's not even talk about the churches, right? It's so much going on inside the church. Let's not even talk about that. That's why our relationship with God is so important. Not following a pastor, but having a relationship with God and being able to know what's right and what's truth and what's not. And I love community. I love being around people who on one accord is believing the same thing that I'm believing in. And at the same time, you gotta have that wisdom and you gotta have that relationship with God to know, like, when it don't line up, to know that ain't it. Then when you ran first thing like that, I thought you was about to cut it off. That's why I abruptly stopped. How many seconds?
You got 1.5 minutes.
Okay. Let me see. I gotta get more stern into Okay.
You got 30 seconds.
So the Block Club of Chicago, I'm gonna have to do some more research on this. They actually have an initiative to put a $25 million initiative to stop sex trafficking. So it's a lot, y'all. Stay tuned for more. We gotta do some more Jointly Disconnected.
We really do.
Yeah, I think we got a lot to talk about. Jointly Disconnected, coming to a TV near you soon.
Coming to a distributor.
Coming to a distributor near you soon.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Get up in here!
That's where the content gonna come in at.
That's a dope plug.
Yeah, it is. That's where the content.
Joe Black.
My name is Jonathan Whitaker, and I am the father of Justice Orion Whitaker, my daughter, who I haven't seen or talked to since the day after her 11th birthday on Sunday, October 13th, 2018, when I dropped her back off at her home at the time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do the math on that one. Her mother, Precious Angel Parker, completely cut me off, I don't know why, blocked me on social media, and right now this is me being desperate to find my daughter justice. The only thing that the state of Wisconsin family court system cares about is that they get that child support out of each of my paychecks every 2 weeks. And even they say that they don't know where Justice and her mother are. The thing that they do know is that they're no longer in the state of Wisconsin. So can you please help me find my daughter? Maybe search social media or try something that I haven't thought of. If you find her, please tell her to get in touch with her father Jonathan, or Google Joe Blackula. Tell her that I miss her, and as I've always told her, that her father loves her very much. Thank you.
Jonathan, you have to remember, crust has to be crunchy.
Closing words, you got 5 seconds.
I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
Slap them thighs. Don't end it with the Was that the end of that statement? What you were saying about the Block Club? It sounded like you cut yourself off.
Did I cut myself off? How many seconds I got?
You got 20.
The Block Club Chicago has a $25 million initiative to stop sex trafficking. But as we know, an initiative is something they want to do. So they're looking to have the funds to be able to do it. Because that's another way how we're losing our black youth through sex trafficking.
Losing our who?
Black youth. Okay. Losing our black youth through sex trafficking. I think I did. I think I'm good. Jonathan, I think I'm good with this topic.
Joe Blackula.